If Thanos gets me, I want you to promise me you'll me.
What?
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Hey guys, it is Tristan with NewsStand, and I wanted to apologize. Yesterday I had an emergency at work. I wasn't able to get to my phone to even say anything about the live stream, so I am going to reschedule it, hopefully tomorrow. It just has been so busy lately, and honestly, I'm just so tired. So hopefully tomorrow. Now, also, I want to let you guys know that I am going to be doing a little bit of a more personal video I'm working on right now as kind of a response to a video done on me by Forced Adversity. And I want to talk about some of the changes that I've learned, some of the things basically that I've learned at this channel, some of the things and experiences I've gone through, and what I want eventually this channel to come out the other end being. So I'm going to do that. Hopefully I get that done tomorrow. But regardless, my main thing tomorrow is to try to stream. Now today, I want to talk a little bit about the Marvel Sizzler reel that we got. Now, this is my second attempt to talk about it, because the first one, when I tried to do a normal sort of reaction to it, decided to be an absolute bitch and not, keep up. The computer wouldn't keep up. So I'm just going to kind of talk about it. I want to talk about the Eternals. I want to talk about what was announced today. I want to talk about the first time, since getting back into Marvel, being excited about something like this. So there's a lot to talk about, but basically, we got our first really good look at the Eternals. Now, this has been pushed back quite a bit, right? This has been pushed back a couple times. It's supposed to come out now November 5th. But more than anything, I think I liked this trailer. And I'll link it in the pinned comment if you haven't seen it. Simply for the fact that it felt like for the first time in a while, things were getting back to normal. And normal kind of is subjective, but even so, it felt like there was a lot that has been going on in the last year and a half. And to know that normal movies are going to be coming out and cinema's coming back, and hopefully my local cinema comes back too, because I would support some of these movies. Otherwise, it's all on Disney Plus or HBO Max as of late. But that was the best part. Now, I know there's a lot of people kind of talking about the fact that they use Stan Lee's voice. I don't see the issue with this. He was the front man. He was the voice. He was the love behind every character that Marvel created. Every time something like the Hulk being incredible happened, every time he smashed, every time Mjolnir was erased and Thor got it in his hand, that was directly because of Stan Lee. So hearing his voice in that is inspirational to me. Hearing his voice in that reminds me what he contributed to the comic book medium. And hearing his voice in that reminds me that his legacy is never going anywhere. All of what he's written, regardless of the fact that he is gone, none of that will die. So I really actually completely opposite of a lot of people saying they don't like his voice, in there, and it's more kind of extortion of that. No, it's his legacy. It is what will always be incredible about him. So now let's actually get down to what we saw in the trailer. And there was a lot, right? But there was a lot of really good stuff. And then there was stuff like, okay, that's a strange decision. But specifically, they are talking about Phase 4 first. And Phase 4 is Black Widow. I'm interested, yes. But it is a prequel. So, I'm kind of haphazardly interested just because I'm like, oh, well, yep, one and done. She's gone. Should have been done in Phase 2. Shang-Chi, I'm very interested in. I broke that actually down when the trailer initially came out. Now, the Eternals I'm extremely interested in, and that's because the Eternals were created as a way to take care of the universe, right? And then they created these deviants who were supposed to take out any sort of threat. And that's actually opposite of what they did. These deviants grew evil. And we've already seen some of them. Thanos, right? People like Thanos, the deviants, grew evil. And now the Eternals have to kind of take a step back and actually take care of them. They all went their separate ways, right? Of course, they are obviously immortal, right? It's in the name. But they they have to come together now and get rid of these deviants. I don't know exactly. My best guess is it's going to be Druig, which is played by Barry Conigan. I think that's the person they're going to take out. He's technically an Eternal, but I think he's going to end up being the bad guy. But as far as this goes, there was a lot of changes for this to be adapted to the full screen, right? Right here, we have Icarus, and he's basically your Superman type, right? He's played by Richard Madden, and I think this is always, between Icarus and Cersei, they've always been my favorite characters. Now, this is Cersei, played by Gemma Chan, absolutely amazing actress and beautiful woman. She can manipulate matter on a molecular level. So if you've been watching Invincible, it's something like Adam Eve would have, right? So she's extremely powerful. And then we have Thena, who is played by Angelina Jolie. And in the trailer, they do a wonderful shot of her power. And she can basically make weapons out of cosmic energy at her will. Okay, I know that Russell Crowe is going to be playing Zeus, and we have Gilgamesh right here. We have, this is Sprite, who is, thousands of years old, just like the rest, but stuck in a young body. Now, this character right here and he's played by Kamala Nanjiani. And basically, when he came to Earth, he, wanted to fit in, kind of, and then he became a Bollywood star and, and started going about. So I think it's going to be interesting. We can see there's some, maybe mind-controlled people back here, and I'm assuming that's the work of Druid. But I also think we're going to see a little bit of a different, this is supposed to be more artsy. The director that's doing it, I believe her name is Chloe Zhang, is a very, very talented woman. Now, this is also going to introduce Marvel's first gay superhero in the form of Phastos. So I'm curious. There's also a speedster that is deaf. Now, it is Makan, played by Lauren Ridloff, and she is, I'm not sure how her story is going to be. She is a speedster who is deaf, but she's also a deaf actress. So I'm curious how they're going to do that, if it's going to be something with maybe when she was getting and coming into her power, she was maybe something happened and she lost her hearing, but I'm curious how all of this is going to go, and I'm actually extremely excited. I like the Eternals. I don't know as much as some, of the DC properties, but I am excited. So then after the Eternals, even though I just gushed a little bit too much, we have Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, I don't know why they didn't give any sort of, I know they're shooting it right now. I'm assuming they didn't have anything ready to put in this reel. Then we have Multiverse of Madness, Love and Thunder, which I'm really not interested in. I'm not gonna lie. It's Thor's fifth movie. And I like Thor, but probably I won't go see it in the theater. Definitely not. Now, this is the new title, Wakanda Forever, and I kind of hate it. I'm not gonna lie. I know a lot of people are gonna love it, but it feels very memeable. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of the name, but I am curious to see how they do it. Of course, we're probably going to see Shuri take over the mantle, just like we did in the comics. And I think that's the most respectable thing to do with Chadwick Boseman being gone. So last thing, big thing I want to talk about, because I'm really not interested in Ant-Man and the Wasp. I am in Guardians and Galaxy 3. But this is more interesting to me that they kind of changed this, right? They kind of changed Captain Marvel 2 into the Marvels. Now, we did see just yesterday a leak of the costume for Kamala Khan from the Disney Plus TV show. And I'll throw that up on the screen. I think it looks so good. The little girl is so cute, and they are changing her powers, trying to make her more likable, less, kind of big-handed, dorky, silly. Not going away from the character, but just trying to repurpose her, like they're also doing for America Chavez, to make her more popular. And it's gonna take some work, but if they put it in, they might be able to do it. Now, the funny thing is even with all of that, Captain Marvel still didn't get her Captain Marvel 2 title. She had to go with the Marvels. And we clearly see the sign for Monica Rambeau here, right in the middle. So we just went from Captain Marvel 2 to the Marvel version of, Charlie's Angels or something? I find it hilarious. Sorry, Brie, that's on you. And then, of course, late 2023, possibly even maybe 2024, we have Fantastic Four. Now, I really want to see this movie done correctly. Third time's the charm, right, Marvel? I would like to see, they even say fan casting for John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. I would love to see that. I think John Krasinski is an awesome actor. I love The Office. But I think if you're gonna do it, take the time. Even if it takes till 2024, I know it's a long ways away, but it also, time flies sometimes, right? So take the time, do the casting correctly, do the storyline correctly, kind of build it into the bigger multiverse as a whole, and really do a good job at what people want. I really do think it's that easy, but hopefully it's actually done. So let me know, of course, what you guys think about all this. Again, like I said in the beginning, make sure you guys I have your notification bell on, right? Because like I said, it's kind of a more personal video. I'm not sure it'll be up in the next 24 to 48 hours. And so will my stream. I'll put it on my community post once I know a time. It's likely 6 to 7 o'clock tomorrow. So, let me know what you think. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.